Yeah, I'll be down in a second. Hey guys, we're the Power Up Princesses.
I'm Annie.
I'm Juliana.
We're playing Minish.
I was trying to move the camera, so I was moving this little C-stick.
Yeah, I do that. I did that like all the time when I first started playing Stardew Valley.
Uh-huh.
Because it's like this. It's like from one side of the screen.
Mm-hmm.
And it's pretty... Like, I'm such in a habit. Look at this knot in my hair.
Wild.
This is why I hate putting my hair in ponytails.
Did you see Nathan and Hayden's from 2-Bit Terabytes? Did you see their Bloodborne character?
Yeah.
So scary.
So funny. I like making my Bloodborne characters beautiful.
Yeah, I like that too. I don't like being scary.
Yeah.
What was I gonna say? Oh, I've been battling Father Gascoigne.
Mm-hmm.
His name is Gascoigne, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. My dad was like, he was like, it's Gaskung or something like that.
Gaskung.
And I was like, no. But I was fighting him, and I've only fought him 5 or 6 times. I'm getting steadily better. The first time I died before he even got to his second form.
That's good.
But the second, third, and fourth, fifth times I've gotten, well, the second and third time I got to his second form.
Mm-hmm.
And then every time I just barely get into his third form,
That
I
sucks.
immediately die.
He's hard in his third form.
Yeah, and I, like, all the strat guides are like, don't worry about his air jumpy thing, just dodge around and you'll be fine. He doesn't do it that often, but he does it like 30 times a second.
No, and like also that 1 5-hit combo where if you get hit by it once,
You get
you
stunned.
die. Yeah. Do you use a music box?
No, okay, so I saw that girl, and then I was reminded of this this moment from a Vadi Vidya video when he was doing the Prepare to Cry, where he was like, where he was talking about it, and he was like, oh, you know, this girl, her mom died, her father died, and she died, but what would have happened if you had just left her alone?
Yeah.
And so I was like, better leave her alone, and then walked away.
No, if I like know somebody's story in a game, I'm brutal. I'm like, they're a game character. I'll kill them.
No, I was like, better walk away, and then I didn't get the music box. But I don't think it would help that much. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, okay, so the thing is that...
It pauses him, but then, like, makes his second or third form happen sooner, right?
Well, okay, so you can use it, I don't remember, you can use it twice or 3 times before his third form.
Yeah.
Or once in his third form. So,
Wild.
My strategy was always, so I wouldn't use it at all in his first or second form. And then in his third form, as he's changing, because you know how he just kind of stands there and, like, holds his head and whatever? You can't do it right then because he won't hear it.
Uh-huh.
But right when he changes, when he roars, then you do the music box. Because you're just kind of standing there.
Yeah.
So you have to have enough time to get away from him and for him not to follow you in order to start playing the music box.
You know what makes me so angry?
What?
That Molotov cocktails can miss when you're aiming.
Honestly, that's the worst part of the game.
I hate that.
I missed Father Gascoigne a million times.
I hate that. I hate that you aim and follow him, and you throw the Molotov cocktail,
and it's just like...
It just, like, whizzes past him.
Yeah.
And you're like, could you make the hitbox, like, a little bit larger, please?
Yeah.
Like, there is absolutely no reason.
Well, no, there was no reason that wouldn't have gotten onto his body, you know?
Yeah, like that, yeah, I don't know. It's, like, it was just ridiculous. And it makes me so mad, because then I've used my Molotov cocktail, and it didn't do anything.
Yeah.
And then what I also think is ridiculous is the tombstones.
Yeah,
because
he can go through them.
He can go through them, and, like, sometimes he gets stuck, but only for a second or two. But when you're dodging away from him, like, when you're like, oh, gotta go this way, and you're, like, backing up, like, you don't see those.
Okay, I like the tombstones in that. I think that they're a really good addition to that really aggressive fight.
Well, I don't know, I think maybe later in the game it would have been nice, but when you have, like, just started playing.
No,
and,
okay,
like,
so So I think what happened was they made Bloodborne, right?
Yeah.
And Bloodborne is very attack heavy. What's that dude doing?
He's blocking you from progressing.
Oh, well, he just was... No, that guy. You were hitting him and he wasn't moving at all.
Oh, yeah.
So it's very attack heavy and aggressive, and then Dark Souls is not.
Mm-hmm.
Dark Souls is really defensive. You gotta wait a lot, and you have to use your shield and blah blah blah.
Mm-hmm.
So, and there's a lot of big monsters too.
Mm-hmm.
And so the first fight with the cleric beast,
Mm-hmm.
are you in his head?
Yeah.
It's cool. That's really creative.
Mm-hmm.
So the first fight with the cleric beast is kind of like that. You can be defensive where you don't have to, like you can step back. You don't have to be attacking him all the time.
Yeah.
You can strafe around him. You can like go up and attack him like you would Dark Souls style, sort of.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit different because it is Bloodborne. But then you go into Father Gascoigne and you're like, okay, I'm feeling good from the cleric beast. Fought him. I played Dark Souls a bunch. I'm so good. And then Father Gascoigne is just like a slap in the face with a Bloodborne stick.
Mm-hmm.
Because he's so aggressive.
Mm-hmm.
And he's your size. So you have to learn how to use your gun, because that fight is so much easier if you visceral him.
I don't understand how visceraling works. Like, I know that you can, like, on certain moves, you can shoot your gun. Does it just stun them?
No. So what happens is there's different times, not necessarily different moves. On bosses, it's normally different moves. But there's different times, normally right before they attack,
Mm-hmm.
where you can shoot them, and they'll go down on their knee. And then you press L1 or R1
Mm-hmm.
right next to them. Like sometimes you have to go up to them, like dodge up to them, and then press R1, and your whatever you're using will go into them, and then have a little animation and pull it back out.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, it stuns them. Your gun stuns them, but then you have to visceral with R1.
Yeah, that's what I didn't understand, was like what button to press, because I really enjoy the R1 or the right trigger.
I don't know. R1 is the little one.
Yes.
R2 is the big one.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what a trigger and what a
Trigger.
bumper is.
Trigger. Bumper.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So the little one is the bumper.
Okay. I'll probably forget that because I've been told a million times.
You know what I don't like about the one qualm I have with the PS4 controller is how short their triggers are. Like, you see how these triggers are huge?
Yeah.
And, like, wide and, like, girthy?
Yes. And they cradle your finger?
Yes.
Yeah. I hate the PS4 triggers. Okay, so you know that game, Brothers, A Tale of Two Sons?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So you have to control these two brothers. And I'm telling this to them. I know I've already told you. But, so you have to control these two brothers. And one side of your controller controls one brother, and the other one controls the other. And so one joystick is to move. So, like, the left one is for the older brother maybe. And then the left L2 is his action command. Or his action button. And then the right joystick is for the younger brother. And then R2 is his action button. So there's only 4 things in the whole game. But so often, you have to hold down the trigger. And those are the worst triggers to hold down. Your finger slips off. It becomes really uncomfortable when you're holding it for a really long time.
Yeah, because it's so skinny and, like, pointy.
Yeah.
Like, it's not, like, nice.
No, and my finger always, starts slipping off of it. And you have to... I don't know if this is just because my hands are smaller than the average hand. But you, when I'm pressing down for a long period of time, it hurts because I'm pressing down so far. I feel like I'm pressing down, way past the back of the controller, just because of how far back they are normally, and then when you press it all the way back in, and it's just uncomfortable.
Yeah, that is what I don't like about the PS4 controller. And then I wish that the grips were less, what do you call it? Drastic. So far down from the rest of your hand. You know what I mean?
Oh, no. I don't. I'm holding a PS4 controller right now.
Well, okay, so you know how the Xbox controller is?
Yeah.
God damn it.
Where, like, okay, so
really
the Xbox controller, I feel like the
the buttons are, like, in the middle of your hands rather than upwards of your hands.
Okay, yeah, the Xbox controller, I feel like the what are these, the grips, like where you hold it, is an extension of the buttons. Like the buttons are there, and then it just kind of flows together. Whereas this, I feel like there is the controller part where there's the buttons, and then there are the things you hold on to. Like, I can fit my whole hands around the things you hold on to at the bottom. But I personally like the PS4 controller better than the Xbox controller. And I think it's because these grip things, these things where you put your hands, are so much smaller than the Xbox ones.
Yeah, because your hands are small.
Yeah, and so, like, I can fit my whole hand around this, and I feel really great about it. So.
The thing that really freaked me out about the gamepad was how far apart my hands were when I was playing.
Yeah.
Like, because I always play games like this, like, kind of with my hands in my lap.
Yeah.
And, sorry, I just burped. Not sure why, but, I always kind of play like that, and I'm never, like, I don't, like, lift it up, and so when I have that huge gamepad controller, it, like is crosses, like, spans my lap.
Yeah.
Freaks me out.
I liked that because I could put my elbows on, like separate armrests if I was sitting in a chair.
Oh, yeah.
And I could still hold it. Like, I could have my arms way far apart and still hold the controller perfectly fine.
Hit me up, son.
Okay, it's the end of the episode.